saying that. But on the girls' side of the bracket, we're going to have the yes, ma'am. So the Southwest Texas College will have at the end of the game a presentation for the most valuable player, and then also the all tournament selections. And there's a scholarship opportunity coming up for one player from each respective team. So bright and early this morning from Uvalde, we're getting ready to get started. And the ball's tipped off. Sabinal is going to be wearing the purple and Utopia white. Sabinal will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, and we're going to have a pick up high going down into the corner. And the Lady Jackets get a runner up into the paint and going to have an offensive rebound. We're going to have a jump ball to start out. We made it 10 seconds. We had a record yesterday with 6 seconds before we had a jump ball. So for Utopia, the Lady Buffaloes going to have number 2, Kinsley Cox, will be in charge of point guard duties. Sabinal on the 1-2-2 defense. We're going to have a illegal screen, or calling a block. And this year, a new rule in high school sports is going to be the what they call the flop rule. They're going to give you 1 warning if you flop with no contact, trying to draw a charge. And the second time, it'll be a technical. We had 2 last night in the boys' game. But pick and roll high, and there's a steal by Utopia. Morgan Rhodes has Kinsley Cox back on the opposite side. And nice little jump shot from about 5 foot away. There's the first 2 points of the tournament. Was 7-11 gone. So for the Lady Jackets, Gentleman Contreras hands the ball over to Ruiz, goes around the right side, gets cut off, flips a paint pass into the paint, knocked it down by Victoria. Had a pick and roll, and she dropped from the high post and was able to knock down in the paint. So we're knotted up at 2 with 6:44. Tries a feed into the low post position, but stolen by Sabinal. Going to have another jump ball. So possession to the Lady Jackets. Coming across the timeline, Contreras gets it down in to the Hoyos, but the pass is deflected by number 22 for Utopia, Addison Bergen. Utopia is going to come across the timeline, 6:15 in the first quarter. We're knotted up to 2 apiece. Receives a high screen. Ball goes back to Cox, and then the long three-pointer by Tondry comes out long, and it's going to go over to the Lady Jackets. Contreras back down into the high post to Esquivel. Her shot comes up short. Offensive rebound for the Lady Jackets, resetting at Utopia, man-to-man defense. Going to have a drive in the paint and a lost handle. Ball goes into the hands of Cox, and she's going to push the tempo. Left-hand side puts up a runner, and it's good. So 4-2 with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Contreras dribbles down into the corner, pass off to De Hoyos, and there's another steal by Utopia. Rhodes, and stolen back is Contreras for the Lady Jackets. Bergen is guarding Contreras. She puts up a shot, deflected, gets a rebound, is number 4, Victoria Esquivel. She puts it in for an offensive putback. So coming across the timeline is Cox with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. As a pass is a little too hot to handle, goes into the hands of Sabinal. Lady Jackets coming across the timeline, back to the near side to De Hoyos. Receives a screen from Contreras, but flips it back up to Ruiz. Swing pass back up to De Hoyos. She drives, gets it into the paint, but it's knocked out of her hands. Sabinal still in possession of the ball with 4:41 to go. Pass to the far side to Ruiz. She drives into the paint and loses the handle on it. And it's going to be a turnover. So 4.5 coming across the first quarter. Cox drives in, kicks it back over to Rhodes, puts up about a 14-footer in and out, gets her own rebound. Nice hustle play, and it goes in and out. There's something on the lid there keeping it from going, and nice hustle play by Tandre. She gives it over to Cox, and she knocks down a three at the top of the key. So the first three-pointer of the day goes to Miss Cox from Utopia. 7-3 for the Lady Buffaloes. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Contreras gets it to De Hoyos. She tries to go around the right side. Nice defensive pressure by Utopia. Sabinal resets it with 3:30, brings it back up top to Contreras. Ruiz tries to go to the right side, and she's going to be called for a travel. Good defensive pressure there by the Lady Buffaloes. 3:33 to go. Sabinal on a 1-2-2 defense. And Cox comes to the near side, receives a screen from Rhodes. She gets to the high post elbow, shoots it up, and it's short. And De Hoyos with the rebound for Sabinal. And there's going to be a steal. Rhodes over to Cox, and another 2 points. So 9-4 for Sabinal. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Contreras comes across the timeline, knocked out of the hands by Rhodes into the hands of Cox, and she's going to go coast to coast. Oh, nice little spin off the glass to get it in, knocks it down for 11. So Utopia is applying pressure, full court man. Ruiz flips it to the near side across the timeline to Esquivel. Back down into the corner to Contreras. And there's a steal by Tandre from Utopia. 2:22 to go in the first quarter from Southwest Texas College, the Fort Hall Gymnasium. A little chilly in here today, so they got hot chocolate and coffee. So if you come out, make sure you get some before you come in the gym. Shot put up by Utopia, rebounded by the Lady Jackets. And Ruiz is going to push the ball down the sideline. We're going to have a blocking foul called on number 11, Tandre. Number 23 for Sabinal. Substitute for Contreras. Don't have a last name on 23. Ball on the sideline, far side. And Esquivel drives in the paint. Oh, nice play there by Rhodes. Deflected the pass, and nice hustle play. Tried to get the ball back to her, but she stepped out of bounds. Sabinal baseline inbounds. Have crossing action going across into the paint, and pass to number 23. And we have a travel. And I'm getting number 23's name from Sabinal because it was not in the roster. So Rhodes now bringing the ball up for Utopia. Tries it. Oh, nice skip pass down in to the low post position. Really nice feed down into the post, and Utopia notches two more to 13-4 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Pressure being applied by Utopia, and there's a steal by Utopia, stolen back by Sabinal, and nice hustle play by both sides. Sabinal manages to keep control, but then they turn it back over, and Cox goes up with another runner on the left-hand side, knocks it down for 15-4. With 1 minute to go in the first quarter. And traveling violation. So just under 1 minute to go in the first quarter. So it was Caden Sandoval's number 23 for the Lady Jackets. So just wanted to get her name out there since we didn't have it on the roster. Skip pass coming back up to the top side to Cox. Tries a long cross court. pass, and it's deflected. Went off the hands of Bergen, and she tied it up with one of the Lady Jackets. So 42.6. Receives the screen is Rhodes. Back over to Bergen. Back up top to Cox. She drives into the back step. Three-pointer. It's off. And offensive rebound, but to Bergen. She gives it over to Rhodes. Rebound to the Lady Jackets. Esquivel coming up for Sabinal de Hoyos with 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nice skip pass going into number 10. Knocking it down for Sabinal is Esquivel. Miss Audrey is going to push it to 6 for Sabinal, 15 for Utopia. And that's going to end the first quarter. Utopia 15, Sabinal 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Uvalde. I hadn't had time. And we're back to start the second quarter from the Forge Hall Gymnasium. Southwest Texas College, the 64th annual high school basketball invitation tournament. Sabinal gets possession on the inbound. And there's a steal by Cox from Utopia going to the right side. She got good English, good spin off the glass and knocked it down on an easy layup, 17-6. Contreras goes around the right side, gets into the corner, and she's stuck in a spot, needing some help, flips a pass back up to the top. De Hoyos gets it at the high post, being guarded by Cox, and we're going to have a foul. Cox is going to pick up the foul for Utopia. De Hoyos with inbound duties for the Lady Jackets. Gets it in to Contreras, but stepped out of bounds. Coming across the timeline for the Lady Buffaloes is Rhodes. And the younger, well, I guess Rhodes and Rhodes, they're both sophomores. Morgan went to go to Macy, but Macy was setting the pick and the ball went out of bounds. 7 minutes in the first half. Up top for the Lady Jackets, Reese dribbles down in the corner, picked up by the younger Rhodes, Macy. I'm assuming they're twins, they're both sophomores. Gonna have a foul called on Macy Rhodes. First shot is up and hits the front of the iron and goes out the backside. Second one looks good. Oh, it hit the front iron too. Rebound to Bergen and went to the floor. It's going to be a traveling violation. So Sabinal inbound, stack formation. Ball goes to the far side over to Contreras. She brings it back up top. Receives a screen from number 4, but Esquivel called for an illegal screen. Was not set and can't have that motion. 6:45 to go. Utopia is going to come across the timeline up 17-6. Cox goes down to the corner, receives a pick from Bergen, puts up a three, and it's rebounded into the hands of De Hoyos for Sabinal. Now they've got a fast break opportunity, and Morgan Rhodes comes back with the steal. Oh, nice skip pass over to Cox, puts it up, and a good runner. Nice backdoor pass and a cut. Really good transition on the steal. 19-6, Utopia's up. Driving to the corner is Sabinal, gets it down into the low post. Offensive rebound. Back to Sabinal again at the high post elbow, puts up a shot, and back into the hands of number 2, and she's going to get fouled. Michaela Ruiz draws contact, and Bergen's going to be called for the foul. First shot's up, and it comes out long. So Sandoval's coming in for number 11, Hoyos, for the Lady Jackets. Second one up, and it's on the way, and it is out and deflected by Bergen. Nice hustle by Ruiz for the Lady Jackets, but she's knocked it out of bounds. So Sabinal in a 1-2-2. Cox gets it over to Bergen, back over to Cox. She drives along the baseline, puts up a shot, deflected by Victoria Esquivel, but back into the hands of Utopia. Goes back to Cox. She's going to fire up a long three, and it's short. Comes off the iron, back to Bergen. She fires up a 2, hits the back of the rim, and rebound by Audrey Esquivel for the Lady Jackets. So 5:31 to go. Sabinal inbound in far side. Whoa. So we're going to have a turnover out of bounds. Going to stay in possession of the Lady Buffaloes. 5:28 to go in the first quarter. Rhodes back over to Bergen. Skips it to Cox. She fires up a long three. Looks good. Ooh, in and out. Rebound by the little one from Sabinal. Michaela Ruiz goes to the corner and throws a pass and is deflected, but went off of the purple team. So back in possession of Utopia with 5:14 to go near side half court. Driving into the corner, over to Cox, swings it back up to Bergen up top. Cox gets at the high post, puts up a runner from about 6 foot, in and out, and rebounded by Morgan Rhodes. She was knocked out of bounds, but pushed by Victoria Esquivel, going to pick up the foul. We'll have a sub number 15. Aubrey Fulcher is going to replace Victoria Esquivel for the Lady Jackets. Bergen back over to Cox. She's going to drive the baseline, puts up another runner, but rebound Contreras for the Jackets. Just under 5 minutes in the first half, 19 to Utopia to 6 for Sabinal. Coming across the timeline is Contreras. Ruiz now has the ball at the top, puts up a runner from the free throw line, doesn't go in. Offensive rebound and a putback by Aubrey Fulcher, who had just checked into the game on the backside with the rebound, giving the Jackets 8-19 for Utopia. Cox drives around, high post elbow, puts up a shot, rebounded to Fulcher from Sabinal. Came in and been here about a minute, and she's got a rebound and a bucket. Pushing the ball up is Contreras to the near side to Utopia. Playing it back over to Contreras. She's going to try the short corner. Stuck. And we're going to have a jump ball. So Utopia is going to have possession after the jump ball, 3:51 to go in the first or second quarter. Up top, waiting for her to come across is Sandoval for Sabinal, 1-2-2 defense. Cox swings it down to the low post, but Bergen is out of bounds.
Hey, always be expecting the ball. Always.
So Contreras comes across the timeline. We're going to have a backcourt violation with exactly 3:33. Cringe de Hoyos comes in now for Gentleman Contreras for the Jackets. Cox over to the far side to Rhodes. She puts up a three-pointer, and it's off.
Take your time, ladies. Come on. Move it around.
Inbound to Michaela Ruiz. Utopia full court pressure, man-to-man. And the ball comes across the timeline with 3:20 to the near side. Contreras over to De Hoyos. She gets into the paint, and nice defensive pressure and stopped by Utopia, and the ball's going to be deflected out of bounds to Sabinal. Still staying on the baseline side for the Lady Jackets. Ball comes into the hands of Utopia. Utopia with the steal over to Bergen. So to the near side is Rhodes, back over to Bergen, back up to Cox, back down in the low post to Bergen, swinging it around. Good job, ball movement by Utopia. Macy Rhodes puts up a shot, and it's going to be into the hands of Utopia, but we have a traveling violation. 2:35 to go in the first half. Rhodes pump fakes, gets it back down to Cox in the short corner. She misses, rebounded by number 11, Kendra De Hoyos. De Hoyos gets it over her teammate. She's going to come across the timeline with 2:20 to go. Ruiz swing it to the near side, fires it up to Sandoval just inside the three-point line. Nice rebound by Sabinal. Puts up another runner. Here's Audrey Esquivel. We're going to have a jump ball back into Yellow Jacket possession. So 2:09 to go. And nice feed down into the low post on the inbound. Michaela Ruiz going to be fouled by Bergen. 2:08 to go, and Sabinal's got a chance to get into double digits with 2 free throws. First one is up and good for Michaela Ruiz. Second one, it's on the way, and it is in and out. And so 15 Blues called for the foul. Vulture with contact on Utopia, but 2 minutes to go. Utopia 19, Sabinal 9. Rhodes tries to skip pass down to the low paint. Got it down to Bergen, but defense closed. Cox fires up a long shot from about 18 feet, in and out, and rebound to De Hoyos from Sabinal. De Hoyos been on the boards here a couple of times now in the last couple of possessions. 1:44 to go. Ruiz drives down the side, puts up a shot, but it's deflected out of bounds. Coming in for Utopia, Sonia Fox replacing Macy Rhodes. Stack formation, Sabinal with inbounds into the short corner. Oh, nice skip pass to number 14. So Audrey Esquivel with the bucket for Sabinal gets them into double digits, 11-19 with a minute and a half to go. Cox over to Fox. Now back across to Rhodes. Rhodes back over to Fox. She tries a pass to the middle, but it's thrown into the hands of Sabinal Sandoval. And now pushing with 1 minute to go in the first half. Ruiz, nice move along the baseline, gets it up and in, knocks it down. 1 minute, just at 58 seconds to go, 13-19 now. Sabinal 13, Utopia 19. First half action on Championship Saturday from the Forge Hall Gymnasium. Oh, what a skip pass back to the backside to Bergen, but nice defensive closure there by Fulcher, I believe it was, for Sabinal. Really good pass, skipping it across the backside there. So 45.88. Utopia holding on to a 6-point lead. Sabinal's made the last 2 buckets. There's a nice three by Bergen. Just when they were in a scoring drought, she opens it up for him, gets them to 22-13, 35 seconds to go. Utopia up, and dribble drive is deflected by Cox, and ball goes out of bounds. So 24 seconds to go in the first half. Utopia 22, Sabinal 13. Bergen gets it back over to Cox, far side. She gets into the paint, puts up a runner, and into the hands of Sabinal. We're going to have a foul. 15 White. Fox is going to be called for the foul. We're going to have 2 shots coming up with the 2-shot bonus at 5 now. At 7.75, so Utopia will be, or Sabinal will go to the free throw line. First shot by Audrey's up and good. Escobar knocks it down. Second one's on the way, and it comes out long into the hands of Tondre. Tondre's going to get it up to Rhodes. 4 seconds, she's coming across the timeline. And that'll be the end of the first half. Sabinal 22, Utopia 22, Sabinal 14. We'll be back in about 8 minutes.
You think that's going to help? What do you want, 8 minutes? Is that what you're doing? 8 minutes.
in their purple uniforms, Utopia from right to left, and the white home team.
Good. Yeah. So listen, Macy, with every screen, y'all
Ball's going to go out of bounds on the first possession for Sabinal. So Utopia up 22-14. Start of the third. Coming up across is Cox. Fires it down low to Rhodes. Nice. Tried a good quick step, but didn't put the ball down and was called for a traveling violation. So Sabinal inbounds. Full court pressure being applied by Utopia. Contreras going to be fouled by Rhodes. Morgan's going to be called for contact. Rhodes knocks it back to Cox, back over to Cox from Rhodes, and Cox puts it in for two, 24-14 in favor of Utopia. Almost another steal.
Hey, y'all gotta set a good screen.
De Hoyos inbounds for Sabinal. Ruiz gets across timeline. Good pressure by Rhodes and Cox. Ball goes out of bounds. Out of control by Sabinal. So 7 minutes to go in the third. Ball to the near side. Bergen fires up a three and hits the front of the iron. And somehow Utopia comes up with it. Macy Rhodes with the rebound. Cox puts up about a 12-footer, banked it in off the glass. So 26 for Utopia, 14 for Sabinal, 6:43. Down to the near side is Ruiz. Tries the low post entry, but had to swing it back out top. She's just inside the three-point line. Rebound to Kinsley Cox. Nice lob pass back over. Oh, Rhodes had the right idea, but was too far into the basket. Bounced it out of bounds. Nice feed from Cox. Sabinal got back on defense, caused a little haphazard play there by Utopia. De Hoyos with inbounds, and there's a steal by Rhodes, but she stepped out of bounds. So Contreras flips it over to the near side to Ruiz as they break the full court press. Number 4, Victoria Esquivel, free throw line extended, banks one in. So Utopia still up by 10, 26-16. Cox, she puts up a three-pointer and into the hands of Sabinal. Couldn't handle the pass, go to the outlet, so it went out of bounds.
Hey, one corner.
In possession to Utopia. Rhodes puts up a three-pointer, rebound by Esquivel. She fires it up to Ruiz. Fast break opportunity, she puts it up and it's out. Rebound to Tondre, over to Bergen. Gets the ball back to point guard Kinsley for possession across the timeline. She gets into the paint and puts up a shot into the hands of Sabinal. De Hoyos with the rebound. 5:25 to go. Sabinal coming across the timeline. Ruiz, and she's going to get fouled by Morgan Rhodes. So Michaela's going to go to the line for two with 5:21 to go in the third quarter. First one's out, and it's no good. Second's coming, it's on the way, and it's into the hands of Bergen. She fires it over and it's stolen by Esquivel. Victoria Esquivel with the steal. Back over to Ruiz in the far corner. She tries to feed the low post, gets it down low, but number 4's shot is short. So Esquivel was short on the shot at the low post as she spun around from the feed pass, and we have a jump ball. Possession, Utopia. So just under 5 to go as Rhodes comes across the timeline back up to Cox. She's going to put up a three-pointer at the top of the key, and it is just out. Rolled around the rim and into the hands of Audrey Esquivel. Hoyos to Contreras across the timeline. Down is Ruiz. Nice defensive pressure by Morgan Rhodes to stop her from driving. So 4.5.
Good, Kinsley.
Ruiz and Cox jump ball. Kendra De Hoyos was inbounds. Down to Contreras, back up to De Hoyos. Has a low post. Audrey Esquivel gets it down to her. They swing it back out, back up to the top of the key. Contreras back over to the far side to Victoria. She puts up a runner. Rebound by Sabinal. Offensive rebound. Another one, but it's knocked out of bounds by Utopia. Sabinal inbound duties on the baseline. And there she is on the backside and going to get fouled. Is Gentleman Contreras going to draw contact from Rhodes, Morgan Rhodes. I think that's her second or third foul. Third team foul. But it was a shooting foul, so Sabinal's going to the line. Gentleman Contreras, first one is off the back iron. So Sandoval comes in for De Hoyos for Sabinal. Second shot on the way, and it is out. Rebounded by Macbeth. So Audrey Esquivel called for the foul. Utopia comes across the timeline with Rhodes with 3:58. Long three-point shot into the hands of Michaela Ruiz. Nice hustle back by Utopia to cut off the fast break, and we're setting it up. Utopia is playing man.
Blue 10, illegal screen.
And as you heard him, Esquivel's called for an illegal screen. Just didn't get her feet set. Got to be stationary. Can't be moving. So still 26-16 favor of Utopia. Cox drives up into the top, gets cut off, swings it back to the near side. And now we have an illegal screen by Utopia. Kinsley Cox. So have a jump ball at half court. So now possession is to Sabinal. Sandoval drives into the paint and going to draw contact from Addison Bergen. So Sandoval's first shot is up and it's just rolls to the right and out. Second one's up and it is into the hands of Tandri, but she was out of bounds, so it's going to stay Sabinal ball. Baseline inbounds for the Lady Jackets. Reese with inbounds duties gets it down into the low post. And resetting it up top is Sabinal fire up a shot, and it's going to go into the hands of Macy Rhodes for the Buffaloes. 3:13 in the third quarter. Sabinal's trailing 16-26. Skip pass to Bergen, and we're gonna have a jump ball in the paint. So Utopia's gonna have inbounds, have 4 across the stack, across the time free throw line, and Cox shots deflected, rebound by Rhodes. Morgan puts it up and rebound into the hands of Cox from Utopia. Offensively puts up a shot from about 8 foot in the corner, and it's good. 28-16, 2:47. And Cox comes up with the steal on the pressure. Back over to Morgan, or Macy Rhodes over to Morgan. She puts up a shot and going to draw contact.
White, sorry, not white. Blue 3. Blue 3 came over 2.
So Gentleman Contreras called for contact on the foul. Going to be shooting 2 is sophomore Morgan Rhodes. Second, it's on the way, and it is into the hands of Sabinal. Victoria Esquivel with the rebound, flips it out to Sandoval. Got Ruiz. Nice skip pass back to number 10, Audrey Esquivel, but missed the shot. And Cox is going to push it up for Utopia. Nice bounce pass, short corner to Tondri. Long shot comes out into the hands of the Jackets. Ruiz now for Sabinal pushing it back. She tries to skip pass, but it's picked off by Tondri. So now Utopia's coming back. Rhodes over to Cox. Nice hustle. Flips it back into the play, into the hands of Sabinal. And Morgan Rhodes is going to be called. I think that's her 3rd foul. And we have a sub coming in. So we'll have subs for Utopia and Sabinal coming in on this next, after this free throw attempt. So 2:01 to go. Sandoval's first one is up and it's out. So coming in for Sabinal is number 11, Kendra De Hoyos, replacing Michaela Ruiz. And then number 15, Sonia Fox, is replacing Morgan Rhodes. Second one is up. Free throw is out, and stays in possession of Sabinal on the far baseline. And there's number 3. Puts up a shot in the backside, but just short on the iron. Back over to number 3. She gets offensive rebound for the Lady Jackets. 3 offensive rebounds and 3 misses. Now Sabinal and Fox from Utopia knocked the ball out of bounds. 1:43 to go. 28-16. And Tondri, nice hustle play, keeps the ball in possession of Utopia, or Sabinal. 1:41 to go. Third quarter, low post entry down to Audrey Esquivel. Stepped out of bounds. Cox comes across the timeline. Tondri wasn't ready for the pass. She's going to go out of bounds. So Aubrey Fulcher is going to replace Audrey Esquivel for the Lady Jackets. Ball inbounded to Sabinal. Ruiz. Sandoval gets it, goes across the timeline to Esquivel into the hands of Fulcher. She puts up a shot and in the offensive rebound to Victoria Esquivel. She puts it back up and in, so it's back down to a 10-point lead for Utopia with 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Just under 1 minute to go. High post elbow shot by Bergen. Bergen kicks it back out after she missed. And Cox going to get into the paint. Puts up a runner off the glass and is good. Got in high arcing shot, went straight off the backboard and in. So number 23, Sandoval's coming across the timeline with 30 seconds. Number 4, Victoria Esquivel, shots off. And offensive rebound, Caden Sandoval knocks it down. So still 10-point game. Sabinal 20, Utopia 30 with 18 to go. As Cox comes across the timeline with 14 seconds. They try to get into the corner, and Sabinal's applying really good pressure. Long three-pointer by Utopia. In and out for 4 seconds. Rebound is Kendra De Hoyos. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Utopia 30, Sabinal 20. We're back in 60 seconds. So starting of the fourth quarter, and the ball's going to be stolen by Sabinal is Ruiz. She's going to try a shot, but Cox was there. Nice defensive play to steal the ball. She's going to push the tempo. She drives into the paint, puts up a runner in and out, and going to have a rebound and a jump ball.
Hold on, ball back. I'm sorry. Coming in, please. I'm sorry. Sub.
So Morgan Rhodes comes into the game for Fox, and Morgan Rhodes has 4 fouls. Ball going to the corner, and stays to Sabinal. Ball coming over to the far side is Sandoval for Sabinal. And swinging it to the front side, but there's Cox for Utopia. Causes a deflection. Morgan Rhodes flips it over to Cox. She's going to race down to the corner. She's got some quick feet, pulls up a 3, and it looks good, and in and out. Over to Tondry and Esquivel. Had a special shout out going out to my granddaughter, Alex Joe Fowler, and my daughter, Lauren, watching from San Angelo, Texas. Shot put up, and it's out into the hands of Sabinal. We're going to have a hold. And Morgan Rhodes, number 40, picks up the foul. She's out of the game with 5 fouls with 7:22 to go. Kendra De Hoyos, pressure being applied by Utopia. Ruiz is going to get around the pressure, skips it over to Sandoval. She keeps it in play, but knocked it out of bounds off of one of her teammates' feet. 7:11 to go in the fourth quarter, championship Saturday. Kicked it back over to Fox. Back over to Cox in the corner. She goes baseline, puts and going to have a rebound for Sabinal. Ruiz is going to try to push it up for Sabinal. Ball going to Contreras. She puts up a runner, gets her own rebound, and steal by Cox. And she's going coast to coast, taking her time and puts it up and in. 32-25 with just under 4 minutes to go. Ruiz pushes back for Sabinal. Down into Victoria. She puts up a shot in the elbow and have a jump ball.
Good defense, Addie.
3:44 to go. Contreras up top waiting on Cox to come across the timeline with 3:35 in the fourth quarter. And almost a steal by De Hoyos. Swings it back to Bergen. Bergen puts up a Tondre correction, a three, and it's good. It's her third one of the game, I believe. And there's Fox, comes up with the steal for Utopia. Ball inbounded to Utopia. Back up top is Cox. Near side is Tondre. Far side is Rhodes. Back over to Macy. Macy just inside the three-point line. Shot is short. Into the hands of Victoria Esquivel. She's going to try to go into the paint. And we're going to have Tondre is going to be called for the block with just under 3 minutes to go.
Sanaya, get on the other side.
So Sandoval gets it in the paint, and shots up by Esquivel, deflected into the hands of Utopia and Sabinal. So another jump ball.
Thank you, Addie. Sanaya, get on the other
Number 2 on the inbounds, Michaela Ruiz, short corner, knocks it down. So Sabinal 35, Utopia 27, or Utopia 35, Sabinal 27. With 2.5. Tondre. Skip pass over to Macy, but the pass is stolen. Victoria Esquivel. Nice hustle play by Cox from Utopia. Speed getting back to deflect the pass off the leg, and she was able to gather control from Sabinal. But rebound by the Lady Jackets. De Hoyos. Short corner runner by Sabinal. Sandoval puts up a shot, offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Shot by number 2, Contreras Ruiz, into the hands of Utopia. Gonna have a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Full court pressure being applied by Sabinal now after that timeout from Utopia. Cox comes across the timeline, skip pass over to number 20, McNeil, into the game for the first time. Utopia's in a little bit of foul trouble. Sandoval is going to try to go coast to coast, but there's Cox again with that speed. Knocks the ball out of bounds. 1:20 to go. Sabinal needing some buckets quick. They're down by 8. There's the backside to number 2. She puts it up, and it's out of bounds. Oh, no, saved by Utopia. There's a steal back by Victoria Esquivel. Long three-pointer looks good, and just short. Cox with the rebound from Utopia with 1 minute to go as she comes across the timeline, guarded by Sandoval from the Lady Jackets. With 55 seconds to go. Nice move to get in the paint is number 11, De Hoyos. But we're going to have Victoria Esquivel going to be called for contact on the push. It was 42.9. Nice hustle play by Tondri. A steal by De Hoyos. She puts up a shot and going to draw contact from Kinsley Cox. Going to be going to the free throw line.
No. It's 5. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, you said 5. Sorry. My fault. I saw her eyes.
Yeah, that 5 is confusing. I don't even say it's 5.
First shot's up and in for Sabinal. Kendra De Hoyos.
No. I really did.
So 28 Sabinal, 35 Utopia, 33 seconds. Second one's on the way, and it's good. So 29-35.
Daddy, I asked her to throw the ball in. Come on. Go. Get open, somebody.
Cox gets the ball back after throwing the inbounds. And Macy Rhodes, and there's a steal by Sabinal, Kendra De Hoyos. Skip pass over to Ruiz. Ruiz fires a long 3, and it's good. All of a sudden, 32. So 9 seconds to go, 35 Utopia, Sabinal 32. And she puts up a shot. It's going to be good. Utopia, final score. And that'll be the final score. Utopia 37, Sabinal 32. We'll have some awards presentations here in just a few minutes. Okay. Who's number 2 for?
It's Michaela Ruiz.
Michaela Ruiz, number 2. Hey, we got some awards to give. You're gonna do the coaches one first, the scholarship one. At this time, again, congratulations, ladies. We're gonna have a short presentation, real quick. The Southwest Texas College is gonna have coaches scholarships going out to one player from both teams. For Utopia, it's gonna be Miss Kinsley Cox. Awards being presented by Miss Landra Fowler, the tournament director. And then for Sabinal, we're going to have Miss Kendra De Hoyos. And then the all tournament selections as chosen for Sabinal, Michaela Ruiz. Congratulations, young lady. And then also for Utopia, again, Miss Kinsley Cox. Good job, ladies. Good luck to both teams as they start their district runs, and y'all have a good holiday season. Thank you.
Hey, where's my? Go to the locker room. It's over here. Are we done?
You're good. You're good.
Whose water is it?